When Tingyun was a poet of the late Tang Dynasty, born around the year 801. He was famous for ornate and musical verse, filled with lush and sensual imagery. But this poem shows a completely different side of him, quiet, cold, and deeply human. It is called Early Journey at Shang Mountain, and it is one of his most beloved works. The Shang Mountains form a rugged pass in what is now Shaanxi province. One was leaving the capital region, bound for some distant provincial posting far from home. The road was steep, the air was bitter, and dawn had barely broken over the peaks. Every small detail he noticed on the road became a verse about longing and loss. The poem is a regulated verse, 8 lines arranged in 4 perfectly balanced couplets. Each couplet freezes a single moment of the journey, like a photograph taken in the cold mountain air. Let us hear it first in Chinese, then in English translation. 16 characters per couplet, and not one of them is wasted or decorative. Here is the poem in its original Chinese. Read slowly, so you can hear every sound. Listen to how the sounds cluster and fall, as cold as frost on a wooden bridge. Each character carries the quiet weight of an entire frozen morning on the road. Nothing is explained. Everything is simply shown, and shown only once, then gone. And here is a plain English rendering of the poem, line by line. I rise at dawn and shake the travel bells. A traveler grieves for his homeland. A rooster cries by a thatched inn in the moonlight. Footprints mark a frosted wooden bridge. Oak leaves fall on the mountain road. Orange blossoms brighten the station wall. And I dream of Duling, where wild ducks and geese fill the winding pond. The poem opens with sound, the clatter of travel bells ringing out before sunrise. The word means to set in motion, to shake something awake from its rest. The traveler is already up, already loading his horse for the long road ahead. Those bells mark this as an official journey, not a leisurely walk through the hills. The second line names the feeling plainly, grief for the home he left behind. Means traveling as a stranger, belonging to nowhere on the long road. The sorrow is not dramatic. It is ordinary, stitched quietly into the act of leaving. He grieves because each mile pulls him further from the people he loves most. Now comes the most celebrated couplet in the entire poem, and perhaps in all of Tang travel poetry. Geese Mao Dang Yit. A rooster's cry, a thatched inn, the moon. 3 nouns, no verb, no action, just 3 things sitting together in the cold air. You can see the whole scene without anyone telling you what to feel about it. Renji Banqiao song, human footprints, a wooden bridge, and frost. Again, only nouns, but together they form a complete and vivid picture of a frozen morning. Someone walked here before dawn, leaving prints in the white frost on the planks. The poet sees those prints and knows he is not the first to suffer this cold road. This couplet became one of the most studied and admired lines in all of Chinese poetry. The technique is called leiji, stringing nouns like jewels on a single thread. No verbs, no commentary, just images placed side by side, letting the reader feel the cold. It is the poetic equivalent of a wide shot in film. Everything visible, nothing explained. The third couplet moves us forward along the road itself, deeper into the mountains. C̲hi葉落山路. Oak leaves falling and scattering on the mountain path. Oak trees in the high mountains shed broad, curling leaves in the late autumn cold. The word is the only verb in the whole couplet, and it speaks of loss. Zhihua Mingyi-chang. Trifoliate orange flowers brighten the wall of the post station. The word means bright, but here it acts as a verb. The flowers make the wall glow. After lines of gray and cold, suddenly there is color, white blossoms against old weathered stone. It is the first tender thing in the poem, and it catches the weary traveler off guard. The couplet works by contrast, dark falling leaves beside bright opening flowers. One image is decay, the other is life, and both share the same cold mountain road. The post station is a government rest stop, a reminder that this journey was not chosen. Even beauty here is woven into the machinery of official travel and duty. The final couplet turns inward, from the road outside to the dreaming mind within. Yin Seung Mong. And so I think of my dream of returning to Duling. Duling was a place near the capital where one had once hoped to settle down. The dream is not of glory or rank. It is of a quiet home beside a pond. C�യ്han滿迴塘. Wild ducks and geese fill the winding pond. Here is the fascinating part. The famous couplet is built entirely from nouns, with no verb at all. Critics call this technique narration, and Nguyen's version is widely regarded as its finest example. 10 nouns, 0 verbs, and you can feel the frost forming on your own skin. The poem ends not on the road, but inside a dream of returning home. The ducks and geese are free. They go where they please, unlike the bound traveler. Wen never made it back to Duling the way he had once hoped. But he left us this poem, a frozen morning that still feels warm with longing.
晨起动踵夺，客行悲故乡。鸡声茅店月，人迹板桥霜。槲叶落山路，槳花明驿墙。因思杜陵梦，槲雁满迴塘。